Hey everybody, Miguel, the Movie Encyclopedia here. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the brand new zombie horror comedy, Zombieland Double Tap, starring Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, and Abigail Breslin. My initial thoughts coming into this film was excitement. I love the original Zombieland that came out 10 years ago, and I was really excited going into this film because I was a huge fan of the first film, and I was really excited to see what the writers would come up with next. But honestly, I came out of the movie somewhat disappointed. This movie did not have the same originality as the first film. In fact, a lot of this script ended up being just a rehash of the original film. But this movie did bring back the original cast of that film, and with that cast came a lot of the humor, jokes, and action that made the first movie so memorable. So this movie may have flaws, but it's not without its value. A quick plot synopsis of the film: the movie takes place 10 years after the events of the first Zombieland movie. The makeshift family of Columbus, Wichita, Little Rock, and Tallahassee have now grown accustomed to each other, but now they're dealing with new threats, including more survivors, evolved zombies, and apparently a hippie commune, which leads to a lot of laughs and a lot of fun. So my biggest issue with the film was the story. This movie had a lot of high expectations going in, and the story did not meet them. The story was incredibly predictable and very repetitive of the plot points of the first movie. I mean, this movie really has it all. It has the Wichita, Columbus, will they, won't they romance. Again, for some reason, you'll see when you watch the movie. It has the road trip growing pains of the family bickering during a road trip. It has the safe haven at the end of the film that turns into a huge zombie battle. I mean, I was just really pissed off by just how much they took from the first movie. I mean, I wasn't expecting this completely original story, but I was expecting something different, and instead all we got was the same story as the first movie with just a few little twists, and that really pissed me off. And I felt like that Ruben Fleischer and the writers from Deadpool could have definitely come up with a much more original story that utilized these characters better. However, where the writers lacked in an original story, they made up for in some really great character moments and some really great humor. Jesse Eisenberg's Columbus and Woody Harrelson's Tallahassee are absolutely fantastic in this movie, especially when they're trying to do new things that shows how much they've changed over the years. I also really enjoyed the newcomers, specifically Zoey Deutch's Madison and Rosario Dawson's Nevada. They were an absolute riot every time they were on screen, especially Zoey Deutch's Madison. She's by far the most important newcomer of the film. We see her a lot throughout the entire film, and she is just amazing. It's like Amanda Seyfried's character from Mean Girls, Karen, if she was in the zombie apocalypse, except more white girl. Just 1,000 times more white girl. It is, oh my god, please give this woman an award. She was an absolute riot every time she was on screen. Like, I think this is really Zoey Deutch's breakout role of the year, breakout role of her career so far. I really hope she goes on to other things after this. But also Rosario Dawson's Nevada, Avon Jogia's Berkeley, Luke Wilson's Albuquerque, and Thomas Middleditch's Flagstaff. They were absolutely great. They were really good in this movie. If I had to big any complaints when it comes to characters, it would have to be the returning women of this show, of this movie. Emma Stone's Wichita and Abigail Breslin's Little Rock. Abigail Breslin's Little Rock was great in this movie when she was on screen. Sadly, Little Rock has very few lines, very few moments on screen. She was one of my favorite character. No, she was my favorite character from the first Zombieland movie, and I was really disappointed to see that she was barely in this movie compared to the first film. I mean, that really pissed me off. And as for Emma Stone's Wichita, I mean, I think Emma Stone did the best she could. I just felt like the writers only had Emma Stone for the whole will she get back with Columbus, won't she get back with Columbus romance of this film, and I really felt like I don't know, I feel like Wichita didn't do anything new or memorable in this film compared to Jesse Eisenberg's Columbus or Woody Harrelson's Tallahassee. I don't know. I don't blame Emma Stone. I just felt like the writers could have given her a lot more to work with when it comes to bringing more originality to her character. Another thing I really enjoyed about the film was actually the final battle of the film. I know that I said that they took that battle from, they based that battle off of the battle from the last Zombieland movie, but one thing I did love about that final battle is that they took the idea from the first Zombieland movie and they made it bigger and better. And that final scene, that final battle of the movie had some huge surprises and had probably some of the best scenes of the entire movie. I really had a good time with that final big giant zombie battle at the end. Even if it was familiar, it felt fresh enough that you had a lot of fun. So in conclusion, Zombieland has somewhat of a predictable, slightly disappointing story. However, the characters are able to somewhat make up for it. The new and returning characters are able to make up for this with some great humor, great bickering, and some new scene and some nuances to the characters, specifically Columbus and Tallahassee. I'm going to give Zombieland Double Tap a 6.5 out of 10 stars. I thought this was a okay movie, definitely not in my top 5 comedies of the year. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Make sure to share this on your various social media channels. Comment below on what you thought of the film. Tell me your thoughts on the characters, on the story, whatever you want to talk about. I love to hear people's comments. They're really awesome. Until my next video, see you next time.